Hi folks, Michael Myers. It's really nice to see you guys tonight. Fuck no. Michael Myers is pissed tonight. Pissed. Because it's always fucking raining. Always fucking raining. Oh god. What should we talk about tonight? Let me get my mask adjusted here. Yes. Listen to the music of the night. Isn't that beautiful? That rain and thunder. I love it. Oh my god. So, let's talk about the Joker. Last night, the Joker made his debut here on Spidey's webcast. I thought he did a pretty goddamn good job. What do you guys think? He was mean, evil, funny. He seemed to know his stuff about the movie, The Dark Knight, things like that. You guys hear that rain? I can hear it. It's pretty cool. I love it when it rains. It's been raining a lot here in Minneapolis. Last night I took a break, and he basically, they played a trick on me, of course. They took my mask off, and of course I'm so handsome, they floored Spidey, and it floored the Joker and Pennywise. So they couldn't even take my, I'm so handsome. I'm incredibly handsome, All the girls love me. They just won't admit it. You all know who I'm talking about, don't you? All you women who knew me in the past, I know you're jealous, I know you're jealous. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this specimen. Spidey thinks he's hot. I'm really hot. I mean, look at me. You girls I've worked with in the past, and you know who you are. Too bad. Tough shit. Anyway, let's just sit and spin around in this chair. Be a little creepy. I could be creepy like this and just kind of go like this and just kind of stare. See, if you look into my eyes very carefully, you can see that they're quite dead. See? Look into my eyes. They're dead. I'm dead. Of course, you all knew that. I'm not going to be so humorous tonight. I'm really pissed off tonight. But hey, you see, I got a new knife here. I took Joker's knife too, and this is my knife actually. It's blood stained. Of course, you can see the blood on there. The reflections coming off there. See? Look at that. Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. You don't want to piss with Michael. You want to fuck with Michael Myers. I'm one person you do not want to fuck with because I can't be killed. And I'm also for hire. But I like to carry out my own vendettas against people who basically have wronged me in the past. Yeah. You do not want to fuck with the dead man. Trust me. Oh, God, my mask doesn't seem to be really working too well tonight. Let's see if I can. We'll go like this maybe. Okay. Okay. How's that look, people? Pretty good? Okay, we're going to talk about one movie, actually two movies, but we're going to talk about one movie. This is my probably about my 10th webcast, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm getting lots of views on on Facebook and Google Plus and YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Spiky. I call Spidey Spiky. I think it's the call. He's like a little turd, Spiky. We'll call him Spiky instead of Spidey. Okay, that sounds better. What do you think? Pretty good? Otherwise, we'll have to stick Spidey. We're going to talk about, actually, two movies came out. I think the third one's going to come out pretty soon. We're going to talk about a zombie movie tonight. Of course, I should well know I am a zombie, and I am quite dead, as you can see. Look into my eyes. Look into my dead eyes. Yes. You do not want to fuck with me. Trust me. But anyway, we were talking about Joker last night. I think he did a damn good job. He looked creepy. He was funny. He loves the rain in the background. When it rains outside. When he came, he's coming back, by the way. And he's got a new movie he's going to be reviewing pretty soon, maybe in a couple of days. So look forward to that. Something for all you to look forward to. Instead of seeing me and Spidey and ugly ass Pennywise back there. So we got 4 different people doing this now. So anyway, we're going to talk about one movie tonight. It's kind of a good movie. It's not the best zombie movie ever made, but I kind of like it. Are you familiar with Danny Boyle? He's a British director, producer, and he made these 2 particular movies back. This one came out in 2002. It's called, if I can get it right, 28 Days Later. It's not a bad little flick. It's got a lot of high-paced action, lots of blood, lots of, spitting blood in unaffected people's faces and eyes and infecting them and stuff like that. It's got some really cool stuff. Basically, the movie starts off with, it came out in 2002, by the way. Basically, the movie came out in, well, actually, I've said already, 2002, and basically starts off with these idiot activists. Oh, don't want to get me started on activists. You don't want to get me started on politically correct asswipes. I hate politically correct asswipes. And you know who you are, and you know how much I hate your guts. You people are causing more harm to the world than anybody could ever possibly imagine. You have no idea what kind of a can of worms you've opened up. Anyways, it basically starts with these asswipes who break into this animal research center and try to, they want to free all the monkeys and all that kind of animals who are being tested and stuff, with drugs and stuff to see. But basically, scientists are trying to make a better world with, drugs and, antivirus stuff and stuff like that. Basically, God, this irritates the hell out of me. I would like to stab those motherfuckers for what they did because they caused this. They caused this because they're stupid. Activists are stupid. They think they know what's good for the world, and if they turn around, they fuck it up even worse. So anyway, they break in, they free all these monkeys who've been infected with the virus, a virus of some sort, a rage virus, I guess that's the one. That's the new term, in some of these new zombie type movies. The movie is good. I'm just talking about the idiots who actually free these baboons. They get infected themselves by getting bit by these monkeys and stuff in the research center, and they're basically, these scientists are trying to create, vaccines and stuff like that, as they do in all these different research centers around the world, They're trying to make a world that's better for us because, if a virus breaks out, they have a cure. They have the serum, the cure. But idiots like this who break into these places and basically try to stop this kind of research, I'm sorry that the monkeys have to be used as guinea pigs. It's too bad, but it's just the way it is. It's a sad. I really don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If they're going to protect us from all kinds of bad viruses and some kind of worldwide epidemic, more power to these people who work in these kind of research centers. That's my opinion. You may consider them bad, but I consider them heroes, because they're on the front lines trying to protect us from all these weird viruses and diseases coming out and as time marches on, and stuff like that. So anyway, these idiots, they basically get affected themselves and they free their monkeys. Of course, the monkeys go out. They bite everybody, because they're like rabid monkeys. They got the rage virus, and so basically. Oh, this happens in London, by the way, in England, so that's when the movie takes place. So basically, these people, it just spreads like an epidemic, Everybody gets infected, and, not everybody, but a large portion of the populace gets infected, and, so they basically, it's the zombies versus the living people, and, London's been basically evacuated except for the walkers, if you want to call them the walkers. They walk very fast. You know, you can't outrun these fuckers because they keep running like it's like they're sprinters basically. You know, you just cannot. You got to stay barricaded in your apartment or your up in your high rise or something. And try to come out for food. You got to shoot the fuckers in the head. I think, I don't know, do you shoot these fuckers in the head in this one? Maybe you can just shoot them all over the place and they'll just die. I think they do actually. But it takes a lot. I would basically just cut their motherfucking heads off with my knife. Ooh, listen to that rain. Can you hear that rain? Wow, I love rain. Anyway, so the movie, basically is about this one guy who wakes up in the hospital or something, this 20-year-old dude, or it's 20-something, whatever the fuck he is. And he has no idea what's happened. The whole city's been evacuated, all of London, and, basically, or England, whatever. All the people have been brought to a safe area, and basically it's been cordoned off pretty much, when they're trying to, kill what's left in the city, the soldiers and everything, but pretty much, everything's been decimated, wiped out, and the soldiers, nobody dares to go into the city because you don't know how many hundreds of thousands of people are running around trying to feed on what's left of the living, people who they can find in the bar, hiding somewhere in London, in buildings or high rises or whatever, underground, stuff like that. So basically, it's about a story about these survivors who kind of band together, and they're trying to travel across the country to find a safe area, and they wind up at this army post with these I think that's this one. Is that this one? No, maybe that's number 2. Is that number 2? 28 weeks later? This is 28 days later. Well, this is a pretty good movie, too. Well, anyway, yeah, they go to this army post where there's maybe 15 soldiers held up, and it's kind of like a safe area. So basically, and they don't realize, and the commander's a piece of shit. There's 2 girls and a guy, right? They come and they expect to be, cared for and protected, but, after a couple hours or a couple days, the head soldier decides that both the girls need to be, exploited. Oh, that pisses me off, too. I like to cut that. This guy's a piece of shit. This head soldier, sergeant, or corporal, or lieutenant, whatever he is. He's running the whole schmear there. So basically, these 2 girls, because the men have never seen any women for months and months, of course, and they're uppity, they're uppity, which is wrong, But ooh, is it that? Oh, that's good. It's a pretty good movie. Basically, what happens is that the one guy that goes with the 2 girls to this camp, of course, he basically goes nuts and he starts killing off all these soldiers one after another. So basically, he's killing them, trying to get these 2 girls and free them because they're going to be mothers pretty soon, and he doesn't want that to happen to him, which is good. Yeah, that's cool. Even Michael would consider him a hero. These soldiers are scumbags, man. They're total scumbags. If I went to that camp, I would cut their goddamn balls off, and I would cut their dick off, and I would shove it up their ass. Every one of those soldiers. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm just going to sit and stare at you. Is that creepy? Am I being creepy? Good. I want people to think I'm creepy because I am creepy. I'm a creepy Michael Myers. I love creeping people out. Well, anyway, back to the movie. Look at those eyeballs. That's what they have, these kind of like glowing yellow eyes. That's when you know they're infected, of course, and they're just dripping blood out of their mouth, and their pores are dripping blood. They're just ravenous. They're not even human anymore. I kind of like that. They're kind of like me. Ooh, listen. Wow. I like that number. It's good. It's not a bad movie. I wouldn't give this 10 knives, or 10 brains as I rate them, but I'd probably give it maybe a 7.5. Same with the second movie. The second movie picks up pretty much where the first one left off. 28 weeks later. This is 28 days later. It's directed by Danny Boyle, as the sequel is. There's nobody really famous in these movies. Naomi, there's one lady called Naomie Harris. I've heard of her before. She's actually in this movie. I think it's the black chick. She's pretty hot. Oh, I like her. Her and the white guy, of course, hook up, and oh man, yeah, good stuff. You know, they fall in love because basically the only last two people pretty much left in England. So, you know, they're naturally going to fall in love, you know, which is good. That's good. Michael can dig on that, you know. You know. Okay. Michael needs some cadaver juice. Can anybody out there find me some cadaver juice? I need cadaver juice to get me hydrated, because I'm kind of dehydrated right now. But anyway, you know, the movie is pretty good. You know, I don't want. There's one particular scene that cracks me up. The father is actually, well, actually, it's the two girls, and she has a father, and he's starting to travel with the other three, the young man and his daughter and Naomie Harris across the country trying to find a safe zone. And basically, he gets infected not by a zombie, but a fucking crow. A fucking crow. This crow is picking at meat on this wire above him, like a telephone wire or something, and blood is dripping down. And this idiot just happens to look up at the wrong time. Because if you get one drop of their blood in your mouth, these zombies, or in your eye, or you know, you become infected within about 15, 20 seconds, or half a minute, or whatever. So he happens to look straight up. And just as he looks straight up, this drop of blood comes flying right down, bings him perfectly right in the fucking eye. This is a great scene. It's like, what a way to get infected. You know, it's just like, you know, once you know, I guess it's less painful than getting bit by these fuckers, you know. So he just looks right up to see, watch this crow is squawking up there and chewing on some dead meat on a wire or something, like, you know, and the blood is dripping down, and a drop of blood hits him perfectly right in one of his eyes. And then, of course, he starts screaming, and about 30 seconds later, he's a ravagous, you know, he's just a basic, he's a maniac. He's got the rage virus. That's what I have. I have the rage virus. Oh, oh, yes. Oh. Right now I'm raging, folks. This thunder is raging me. Yes. See, oh my God. I gotta relax. Somebody enraged me tonight. And I'm pretty pissed off about it. But anyway, poor schmuck, he fucking looks up and he gets a drop of blood in his eye, of course. The little girl, his daughter, is devastated because they have to shoot and kill the fucker, because half a minute later he's one of these zombies. He has no mind, he just wants to kill and eat and rip people apart like the other people in the city who are already affected. The millions, the hundreds of thousands. You know, basically, you can't, if you don't feed, basically you shrivel up and die. That's what the rest of the world is waiting for, because these zombies have a lifespan. So basically, if they're not feeding on a regular basis, you know, chewing on arms and legs and wieners and balls and shit like that, they starve to death. So basically, they're starving to death, and they look like skeletons with just a layer of flesh over their bones. You know, they're pretty cool looking. The special effects are pretty good. You know, the zombies are pretty nasty. They're, you know, some are more decayed than others, you know, and other ones are, you know, just like, they look like freshmen in college or something like that, you know, girls, guys, you know, they look human, but they got open sores, and, you know, and they're starting to rot away a little bit, you know, and then there's some other ones who are much more rotted away, you know, and, you know, it's a matter of time. It's a game of time, basically, for the zombies, you know. Either feed or rot away to die. Because they can actually die without having to shoot them stuff. Starvation will basically kill these zombies, you know. So, the rest of the country is waiting for them all to die of starvation. Of course, they start to die, you know, towards the end and everything, because if you don't eat within 1, 2, 3 months or whatever, a couple of months, you basically turn into a skeleton. And I like skeletons, by the way. Love skeletons. Some of my best friends are skeletons. You know, and in fact, oh, well, I'll tell you, that's another story. I'll tell you that in the future. That's pretty good, though. And I try not to be as humorous tonight because I want you to realize, if you look in my eyes, I'm quite dead. Dead. But quite handsome, too. So basically, it has kind of a little, sort of like a happy ending. The little girl and the guy and the girlfriend basically are, in this little cottage, I don't know where it is, where it's not too infected, and they've got just giant flag trying to, you know, signal helicopters and planes in the area, or trying to look for survivors and stuff. So, that's basically, these people don't come back in the second movie, because the second movie just kind of is a sequel, but not with these three people, or these three last survivors. So they basically, this movie kind of ends on a happy note, and then the second one just basically takes off with the first one, the devastation, and I'm not going to talk about the second one. It's actually kind of a good movie. I think it's actually a little bit better than this one. Well, maybe about the same. What did I say I was going to give this one? Maybe 7.5. Yeah, let's do a 7.5 on this one, and we'll rate the second one. Maybe we'll do that in a couple of days. I'll do the sequel to the second one. But anyway, where's my knife? I really feel insecure about my knife in my hand. So look at that sheen. Can you guys see all that blood on there? The blood on there. So blood. Yeah. I'm sorry I was out killing people again tonight. I was sticking people. I actually stuck somebody right in the head. That was so cool. Boom! Right in the fucking head. I think I inserted the knife probably about, this deep into his skull. That was so cool. You ain't ever going to stop. You ain't ever going to give me a backlip ever again. Yeah. Oh, God. What do you think about my hair tonight? Pretty good? Pretty good? Oh, yeah, I'm thinking about putting some product in it. What do you think? I should put some product in my hair? Kind of keep it sticky and, nice and uniform, everything go flying all over the place, But, get back to the stupid movie again. Yeah, I got the rage myself tonight. I got the rage. Let's go back and take a good look at the rage. This is the rage. I am the rage. My Spidey's trusty chair. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I kind of look cool, don't I? Woo! Yes. Michael's pissed tonight. Let's see, what can we talk about? Anyway, it's worth watching at least once. If you like zombie movies, it's worth having in your collection. It's not the best zombie movie out there. I'm not going to tell you what that is. And it ain't what's-his-face's George Romero's movies. No way, man. No way. I'm going to piss a lot of people off here, but because I think his first three movies, Blue Chunks, he was a pioneer, George Romero. I will give him that. The first one was kind of atmospheric, and the black and white one, we were talking about late 60s or early 70s, when that thing came out, But, they're kind of boring, and the makeup wasn't that good, and then we had Dawn of the Dead, the one that took place in the mall, George Romero's sequel in, I don't know, 78 or something like that. I found that to be very amateurish. I'm sorry, George. I hope you don't hate me for this, but I don't like those movies. I know a lot of people consider those classics, but I don't consider those classics. I don't consider this a classic. Pretty soon I will tell you what I do consider classic, though. It ain't this movie, ain't George Romero's movies. I think his George Romero's third movie, Land of the Dead, was actually kind of decent. I kind of like Land of the Dead. When Dennis Hopper is the kingpin of that city that's surrounded by water, of course, and and they're keeping all the zombies out, and everybody's living a high life, all the rich people who could buy their way in, I can't think of the name of it. Well, it's called The Land of the Dead, but, I can't think of the name of the city that he calls his city, in that movie. We shouldn't be talking about that one. I kind of like that one better than the first two George Romero movies. Dawn of the Dead. No, I consider Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. Michael, I think I should have been cast in that movie, don't you think? Look at me. I'm perfect in that fucking movie. Anyway. Uh, anyway, I don't want to really dwell on that movie too much. I just thought the movie was a bloody bore, and the makeup was horseshit. And some of those people, they looked like they just had green paint painted on their face with like dark red circles, and some of them, you know, around their eyes and stuff. Like, and they're in the mall banging on glass, trying to get it to the last four survivors. You know, I just found that very tedious and very. I shouldn't review that movie. We'll come back and review that movie at a later date because I'm going to vent on that movie and rant, and I think I'm going to probably piss a lot of people off. I don't think this movie's much better, but you know, maybe a little bit better. You know, maybe it's more modern. It's basically, let's see, it's 25 years updated, but whatever. Let's see, I don't know, something like that. But anyway, this movie ain't bad. Here's the backside. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Front side, yes. Now, if I get any grief on those Dawn of the Dead George Romero movies, I'm going to come and I am going to stick you. That's my opinion. My opinion only counts to me. It doesn't count to you people. It counts to me. Do you want to sit and bitch on the comment box below? Be my guest. But this is my review program, and I'm just telling you what I think. You know, I'm not saying George Romero isn't a pioneer. He is. You know, if he does a fourth movie, I hope it's better than the first two. I'm sorry, I just don't like the first two. I just don't like them. I just don't like them. You know, you actually have them on Blu-ray. Can you imagine that? I just want them because I collect zombie movies. Michael collects zombies. So basically, I am a collector. And back to this stupid movie. Blu-ray version here. Looks okay. I don't know. You know, I really don't know if there's much difference between Blu-ray and conventional DVDs nowadays. I mean, the conventional DVDs, to me, seem to be looking pretty damn good. They're not too far behind Blu-rays in HD quality and stuff like that. I think Blu-ray is basically kind of overrated, except for certain genres of movies. You know, maybe like animated movies. I don't want to talk about animated movies. They make me want to fucking barf. Like, what's that? What's those movies like? Frozen. Frozen. Can you imagine people watching Frozen? There's some of those other stupid fucking movies that, Tangled and Frozen and those movies bite wieners, man. They bite dicks. Let's say little girls want to go see those movies, like Frozen and Tangled and, and Madagascar. Ooh, how exciting. Just like, bleh. I take this movie any day of the week over those goddamn fucking things, Oh, yeah. I like to cut those fucking movies up in about 100 different pieces. Those movies, people want to sit down there and watch movies like Frozen with their kids and stuff, and maybe the only decent movies I thought were pretty decent were the Shrek movies, but we won't get to that right now. We're trying to talk zombies. And then we should one of these nights we should review Zombieland with Woody Harrelson and Jesse wanting to jack off my burger, trying to jack off my meat guy. I don't know what his fucking name is. The kid, he's been in, like, he was in that movie Cursed with what's that? Christina Ricci? Christina Ricci. She was in Beetlejuice, of course, No, she wasn't in Beetlejuice. That was Naomie. What was that? I can't think of anything anymore. My brain is the size of a walnut now. It's shrunk up to the size of a walnut. So I'm just a mad killing machine. You gotta understand. I can't figure things out. It's just like I can't. I got rage in me. I just want to stick people, you know, and kill people and cause all the mayhem and chaos I can. I'm kind of like the Joker. Me and the Joker. I I should join his gang, don't you think? I should join the Joker's gang because I think me and him would get along great. Of course, I'd have to take orders from him, but I could incorporate some really good ideas into his gang, you know? I don't care about the money so much, just like the Joker said, you know, in that movie. If all you people care about is money, then this, you know, this city needs a better classes of citizen. I agree with him. You know, money is the least important thing. You know, when you have a mindset like me and me and Jason, Jason and the Joker, you know, we don't give a shit about money. Yeah, my nose itches. I got a booger somewhere. I think my, oh, fuck. Okay. Oh yeah. Have we even reviewed a movie tonight? Oh yeah, we tried to. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 brains, just because. Don't give me any grief about the George Romero movies. I'm serious. You do not want to cross Michael Myers. You know, I could be hide behind a tree, you know, behind a building, you know, bushes, watching you, and I will be watching you, trust me. I have ways of tracking people. That's why people love me. All the women, they hate me, but do they really hate me, or are they just envious of me? They're just jealous because me and Spidey and, you know, the Joker, we're just hot stuff. We're hot commodity, you know, hot commodities. And they just can't have guys like us, you know. They date these boring little college punks, people who ain't got one stick of intelligence in their head, you know, and they're basically just, honey, let's raise a family. Let's buy a house with a white picket fence around it, and let's be productive citizens in the city of Minneapolis, and let's go to sporting events, and let's basically be bright citizens, and vote on the presidential election, and basically and fight for the rights of animals, and basically and yeah, and cut our lawns every night, every once a week, so we look really good neighbors and everything. And we don't. Oh yeah, that's so exciting. Barf. That's so barf. It's like, man, you're doing exactly the same shit your parents did. When they were young, you're not going your own way. That's the problem with people. I went my own way. Spidey went his own way. Michael, Leatherhead went his own way. The Joker went his own way. We are originals. We stand out from the crowd. We do our thing. People love us or hate us, but we are originals. God, I'm venting. It's fun though. Oh yeah, honey, let's buy a doggy and a doggy for our daughter Julie. Oh yeah, and let's join the VFW. Let's take our dogs to the dog park and walk them and watch them play with other dogs. Ooh boy. Yeah, honey. Oh, let's have some kids. Oh my God. Oh, they're so cute. Let's go to Kids R Us and pick up some cute little pajamas for our new babies. And get a stroller and everything. Yeah. Oh, honey. Oh yeah. Let's get 2 cars too, so we look like we're middle class citizens. Am I mocking people? Fuck yeah. Let's get back to the movie. That's how much disdain I have for certain people in certain lifestyles. Especially activists like this. These fuckers cause this worldwide epidemic, at least in England, because these people are morons and they're stupid. They're stupid. People think that we're stupid, but these kind of people are stupid. You know, all these, oh, we gotta, should I just say politically correct morons? Fucking ass white morons? Yes, that's a better term for it. Politically correct ass white morons. I am not one. I never have been. Oh, anyway, let's get back to this movie. Honey, that movie's too scary for our kids. We can't watch that. We can only have PG movies or G-rated movies in our collection. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I go somewhere and barf my fucking guts out? Oh, we don't want them play our music too loud. Oh, that's enough. I could go on all night. But I'm sure I'm pissing a lot of people off right now. Good. You know who you are, too. This movie's pretty good. Like I said, 7.5 brains. I'm going to review the sequel probably in a few days, and I'll let you know if I like that, too. I like I already told you, the sequel is basically the same as the first one, this first one. You know, so. The zombies, by the way, are very fast. You could be running at top speed to get away from these fuckers. They come in crowds, like 20, 30, 40, 50 at a time. They're just chasing you up and down the streets and up staircases and, you know, in apartment buildings. You gotta be quick. Some fat slob ain't gonna be able to outrun these fuckers. You gotta be in tip-top physical condition, basically, to outrun these fuckers. Because they're like sprinters. You know, I could outrun them. Spidey could outrun them, you know, and so could the Joker. But, you know, some of these other people who sit around gorging themselves on brownies 8 hours a day and playing video games couldn't. Smokers, too. Yeah, it's just like in Zombieland, where that kid basically is in good physical condition because he knows he's got to be able to run. You know, you got to run, man. You got to run in these kind of movies because these fuckers are fast. They're not the slow-moving kind like in George Romero type movies. These are speed demons, you know. So, and they like to rip you apart and spit blood in your face. And, I won't tell you too much of this movie, but there's a lot of good scenes in it. So, I think I'm just about done ranting and doing my movie review tonight. I just thought I'd put a little more evilness into my webcam, my webcast. Come on, Michael. My movies are much better than this one. You know, my Halloween movies, of course. I am the star. I am Michael Myers, so please respect me. You better respect me. I deserve it. So anyway, you know, I was talking to Spidey. I don't know where the fuck Spidey is tonight. Spidey, I think, is out jacking off somewhere. He can't get women. I get women all the time. He can't get women, man. The movies was just a sham because he basically was. The script called for him to get a young next door neighbor girl, you know. So basically, you know, he never gets a woman. I get women all the time. So does the Joker. So does Leatherhead. Of course, Leatherhead chainsaws them in half, but you know, he at least gets them. You know, so. Anyway, so we're going to end this tonight because I'm getting kind of silly. And I need to feed on a couple arms. I got some arms downstairs and some fingers. I got some lady fingers. Get it? Lady fingers downstairs. And I got some man fingers too. Oh, anyway, I think we've ranted enough for tonight. Well, anyway, Spidey told me that, the Joker's coming back. Pennywise, that smug bastard back in the corner. God, I want to fucking stick him with my knife. And his little piss-ass baby back there. Let's get a good view of that little piss-ass fucker back there. That little fucker back there. Ooh, he pisses me off. He wore my mask last night while I was stoned out and drugged and tied up. Ooh, I'm going to get him back. I'm going to rip his fucking weenie off and force him to eat it. I don't think he has a weenie, though. I think he's a pile of shit. Do pile of shits have weenies? I don't know. Anyway, check this movie out. Even though I know it's 13 years old, check it out. Let's see, who else is coming here? I don't know. Spidey has a whole list of international stars coming to do these webcasts, and I think this is my ninth or 10th one, so I think I'm doing pretty good. So anyway, check out 28 Days Later and check out 28 Weeks Later. And we'll start ranting later, maybe at a different webcast about George Romero and some of his movies and some of the other crappy-ass movies that have come out, zombie movies. I like the zombie movies. I'm a big zombie fan because I'm dead anyway. So until next time, you people be watching for me because I'll be watching for you.